And here is where he reiterates from the debate the other night and expands upon his belief that regime change, a policy of regime change by the United States, never ends well, it seems, and not the least of which for the people who are directly impacted by it. Here is Bernie talking about his opposition to regime change.
It begins with the reflection that the failed policy decisions of the past, rushing to war, regime change in Iraq, or toppling Mohammad Mossadegh in Iran in 1953. Mossadegh was the president. CIA and others got rid of him to protect British petroleum interests. The Shah of Iran came in, a brutal dictator, and he was thrown out by the Islamic Revolution, and that is where we are in Iran today. Decisions have consequences, often unintended consequences. So whether it was Saddam Hussein or Mossadegh or Guatemalan President Arbenz in 1954 in Guatemala, Brazilian President Goulart in 1964, Chilean President Allende in 1973. This type of regime change, this type of overthrowing governments we may not like, often does not work, often makes a bad and difficult decision even worse. These are lessons we must learn.
I mean, I don't know, Cliff, and you might know better than I. I mean, have we ever had a serious contender for president? I mean, this guy's number 2 in the Democratic race right now. And if I had to bet any amount of money, I would say that the Democrat is going to win the presidency. And by all measures, Bernie Sanders is about as serious as a candidate as you can get. Who has actually got up in front of the American public and just given that even, that 90 seconds worth of history lesson, like, hey, here's 6 leaders that we just got rid of because we didn't like, more often than not, it was because of business interests. I mean, that to me is just stunning.
It is. And we did a lot of that in the 50s and 60s. He even left out some of the shameful things we did in Africa, other parts of the world, certainly. There could be a whole chapter on Castro and the goings-on there. It is important because the thing is that they mostly want to keep that quiet, and you can't learn from history if you don't know what happened, can you? So I think that's incredibly important for to have. And it's also incredibly important because, this has been a debate on listservs and on whatever, which is what is a strong, in the face of terror and things like this, what does a strong democratic, foreign policy look like?